Steve, congratulations on your retirement from the Idaho Hospital Association.
Steve, you've been a first-class partner, a first-rate professional, and you've been someone that's enjoyed the respect of your entire congressional delegation, which makes things a lot easier for us out here, don't you think?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Steve and Peggy, congratulations. All the best from your friends here at the American Hospital Association. We love you. Have a great retirement and stay in touch.
I first met Steve in the mid-1970s. We were on the sandy beach enjoying a cocktail, listening to Jimmy Buffett. Interestingly enough, 40 years later, I found myself with Steve on Payette Lake, enjoying cocktails and stories. However, instead of listening to Jimmy Buffett as number 8 on the top 10 hit list, we're listening to Jimmy Buffett on the Oldies channel. It's an honor and a privilege to have known you during your working career, but I look forward to continue my friendship for many years to come.
I always admired Steve for his eerie capacity to pick the best wine in the place wherever we went. I hope that when he does retire, assuming that's what he's going to do, that he won't make the mistake of trying to start a winery as a retirement hobby, because Steve just doesn't work.
One of the things that really strikes me about Steve is that his ability to look at situations and act as a sounding board and really give some sage advice. I've really appreciated having someone like that.
I came to Boise and stayed in 1999. I mean, Steve was one of the first people that I met in the community, and he is a genuinely terrific person to go along with all his professional expertise.
It was pretty great working for Steve. He kind of puts all of us first. He's a great coach.
He looks at what a person brings to the organization and what they might offer, and he doesn't let any kind of preconceived notion get in the way of what he thinks is going to be a good future for the organization and for the person.
Steve is a good friend and loyal supporter of healthcare in Idaho. He'll be missed by many, and particularly by me. I appreciate all that Steve has done for healthcare in Idaho, and he'll be a gap that'll be hard to fill.
I met Steve obviously through our professional work. Yeah, I just say first, congratulations to Steve, and thanks for his efforts on behalf of Idaho's hospitals.
Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your commitment, and thank you for the values that you have brought to us in leading the Idaho Hospital Association.
Whether it was a big hospital or a small hospital, he did an excellent job of representing all of them. He's got incredible credibility, so he'll be truly missed.
What I appreciate most about Steve is his strong, unwavering support for nursing and his realization of how important they are to healthcare delivery. And I congratulate him on his retirement. He's gonna be sorely missed. Just don't be a stranger, Steve. Come around.
I've gained a great trust and respect and a great friendship with Steve. Steve, wish you all the best. Good luck. Thanks.
My advice to Steve in his time of retirement is to ride the Harley, drink the red wine, do your crossword puzzles, enjoy those football games, enjoy the grandchildren, enjoy the good life. So congratulations, Steve.
Steve, congratulations on your retirement. You've certainly earned it. It was great working with you throughout my 30 years at IHA.
I hope you enjoy your retirement. You've left a pretty good legacy. We've grown a lot in medical delivery in Idaho, and a lot of that through the institutions that you represent. Done a great job for them, done a great job for Idaho, and I thank you.
Will Rogers said that the best compliment that you can give a person is to call him a good man. And I think that's the perfect characterization of you. You're a good man, Steve, and I say that with all conviction. And it's just been such a joy to work with you over these years with the ISN. It took great vision for you to embrace the idea and march with us down that road. So I thank you for that. And now we want to march down the road to watch you enjoy your retirement. So our best wishes to you, good man.
Steve. It was screaming. From all the galleries, the gymnasium, everyone was yelling Steve, and they're all female voices, and everyone seemed to know him. I mean, we knew him from the He was from Jerome, and he knew him from the east, from Clover to Rupert, to the west, to Buell, to the north, Shoshone, down to even Rogerson on the south. I mean, well known. And he played basketball, and he played football. He played everything, and all the girls loved him. I mean, it was just sickening. I sat on the bench for the opposition, and everyone's yelling for Steve. And when he came over to play us, I was a Bruin, Twin Falls, light blue. He wore this orange, ugly orange. Anyway, back then, you know, most people had two names, but it was just Steve. I mean, now, I remember, you know, Paul, John, Ringo, they came over a few years later, but it was just Steve then. And but I found out that the, you know, women in the stand, girls in the stands are exaggerating his good looks or his capacity or his availability, and they exaggerated it. They weren't watching as close as some of us on the bench, as I recall, but the problem was there were two of him. I mean, his mother knew this. The Steves. Steve Millard and Steve Millard. They were twins. And one of them can bench 450. Another one shot 25-foot jumpers, 20, 30 points a game. I don't know which was which. Hard to keep them apart. But a long time ago. Anyway, they had those orange shoes, too. Bright orange shoes. And all the rest of the team had black soles. But this one Steve, not sure which one, I think I know, had blue soles. Always orange and blue. I don't know why orange and blue was black and blue, black and orange then. You know, Jerome Tigers. But they were smart, too. I mean, I talked to their mom once. I mean, one was valedictorian, the other salutatorian. Is that the word? Salutatorian, anyway. Mom knew that. She may know which one. Although I don't think they had they had got all leadership roles, so maybe guys voted for them, too. But I don't think either of them had the best job in that school. You know, the highest elected position, Jerome, I think, was FFA president. I don't know if either of them got that. But they were good. They were smart. They went to college athletic scholarships. I think one went to Idaho State. You know, orange, took his orange shoes, Bengals, Tigers, pretty much the same, got over there. And I saw him, I think, about 10, 12 years later. I was in Boise. His boss was John D. John D. That was when John D. Rockefeller was in fad. You know, he was John D. Hutchison, yeah. He was the boss. He hired Steve. He said it was Steve Millard, although I thought it was Millard. But it was Millard then when he introduced me. And Millard, still good looking, still women hanging on around him. He's just this same guy. I knew it was the same guy, but one of them. So, but he was good, you know, he was good. John did the lobbying. John was the big cheese lobbyist then, and you know, best healthcare lobbyist in Idaho. Or maybe that's what he told me. I can't. But Steve was signed to the Industrial Commission. I didn't know he was a lawyer. I thought that he'd done all those other stuff later. I mean, the Supreme Court thought he was, though. I mean, the Supreme Court singled him out in its written opinions about how he was doing, gave him special recognition. I mean, none of the rest of us got that. But, you know, Steve was good. Later, he and John started that insurance company, his malpractice insurance company, for the benefit of their hospital members, and Idaho Hospital Liability Insurance Trust it was. And Steve ran the meetings and shareholder meetings. But the big thing, and this was the big thing, really, well, it was Steve. He got to go to the annual meetings. They're in the Grand Caymans. I mean, scuba diving and beautiful blue water and probably women in skimpy swimsuits, and he went down there all the time, at least once a year, maybe twice a year. Did he ask me to go? Did he ask anybody else to go? Not Steve. No, not Steve. But, you know, things change, and sometimes change for the better. And but, you know, I know that first guy was Millard. It must have been, because later this guy, well, he pulled another jersey swap or something because it sneaked up on us. But all of a sudden, we noticed that no more shenanigans and no more boondoggles to the Grand Caymans, and he settled down with a wonderful woman, only one. I mean, his wife, and he put away those orange shoes, but he still got them out. Wore them with blue now, and he was better than Millard. And Millard, as years passed, became a great lobbyist and a terrific speaker. He's a bill drafter in the legislature, a negotiator with people, great at managing people. He was a public spokesman for a premier healthcare organization in Idaho. Yeah, things got better with Millard. And Millard would have taken us to the Grand Caymans had he gone, but they quit doing that. But, Steve, over the years, I'm convinced, needed fewer and fewer staff people because, to make him look good. I mean, he always looked good, but few of them make him look good substantively because he just got better. I mean, he gained expertise and confidence and competence, and he just did a really good job of leadership. And so I guess he's retiring, and they asked me to say something. I'm retiring. I can't believe it. And he asked me to give advice to Steve. Advice to Steve? I mean, why now? I never took it. During all the years I was working as an attorney, did he ever take my advice? I can't remember a time. But I'll try. Steve, those that knew you or know you, you dying or retiring? Well, in any event, they'll miss your style, your class, your sincerity, firm opinions, diplomatically stated. We know you're making a great choice. Saddling up the Harleys, follow the orange and blue. I guess it's changing from, what was that I saw the other day? Let's see. Idaho State with the beautiful orange colors and all this stuff, Idaho State. And now you've gone to this, I guess just found it today. It's orange and blue, more blue than orange this time. That's good, that's better. But I know you're going to hitting the open road in those Harleys, joining the crowd with the blue and orange and heading off, your wife by your side. Well, it's going to be pretty good. Enjoy. We'll miss you.
I cannot believe you used the old Will Rogers baloney.
I want you to know I practiced this for days.
We were hoping that we could do this.
Oh, I see. A key to the Capitol? No. The only key you're getting is the one to my lawnmower. Good luck, Steve.
Now we're here to talk about Steve, but I wasn't sure which one. Did you catch who that was? Was that someone from health sciences or someone in the community? I don't know.
Could have been a former student. I don't
That's
know.
Probably,
I don't
so
know.
Many,
yeah, I know there's so many
them,
Steves.
so.
It's really tough to keep track.
Should I say something nice about Steve, or do you want something truthful about Steve?
Hey, we were hoping that we could do this.
He tried that with the governor. He's not going to get the keys to the Capitol through the back door with me.
Is this the appropriate time to talk about his drinking problem?
Is this a good spot for me to talk about Steve's road rage issues?
I'd like to kind of get this straight. I just drove in all the way from Hammett. That's a long ways out. And the question is, am I going to get reimbursed for my mileage at least?
By the way, that part that I had to say about him being a good friend, you're really not going to use that, are you?
I just want you to know how much we are going to miss Peggy. Now, you definitely married up, and we don't want to say goodbye to Peggy. So you tell that girl she better stay connected, because we love her, and we kind of like you, but we love her.
Now, there's one sore subject. Do we dare mention that he stole Lisa Kidder?
And we better not.
When they asked me to do this, my initial thought was, let me think about that and I'll get back to you.
Steve, I'd love to take you out to dinner. I just love those Arctic Circle hamburgers.
Steve, I guess the question is, when did I meet him? It was hard to forget. I made a list of all his good points. Thought that might help. From then on, I can give you a little summary.
So, thought a lot about Steve. What I could say, got nothing.